Indonesian police cracked down on some Islamist groups and arrested several people for alleged treason, but the tension has raised concern among some investors. Indonesia as a maturing democracy will not be influenced overall by developments in regional elections or 2019 elections. Investors need not be doubtful about coming here, Presidential Chief of Staff Muldoko, a retired armed forces chief, said in an interview. Moody's Investors Service said in a note this year that regional elections in Indonesia were likely to slow down any reform momentum. Last year, Indonesia recorded 8.5% more foreign direct investment, FDI, in rupiah terms than it attracted in 2016. Muldoko, who uses only one name, said the government was focused on ensuring political and economic stability through the election period, which he called a festival of democracy. Indonesia is the world's third biggest democracy, but next year's presidential election will only be the fourth direct democratic vote since the fall of the late strongman Suharto in 1998. The contest looks set to be a repeat of 2014, when President Widodo narrowly beat ex-General Prabowo Subianto. The bitter campaign saw Widodo falsely accused of not being a Muslim and being the offspring of Chinese communists. Since the Islamist-led rallies starting in late 2016, Widodo has scrambled to shore up support from moderate Muslim groups and the security forces to counter hardline groups' rising influence and defend Indonesia's reputation for religious tolerance and diversity. Muldoko, who is also head of one of Indonesia's biggest farmers' associations, said the government was committed to battling hardline ideology. But what's far more important is that the Islamic axis in Indonesia has a collective awareness that we cannot be promoting an Islam that excludes. We should keep moving toward a moderate Islam, he said. Opposition leader Subianto's campaign in the 2019 election is expected to focus on inequality among the country's 250 million people and argue that the government is overly reliant on Chinese investment. Last month, during a speech to party members, Subianto referred to a novel, Ghost Fleet, which is set in the near future and includes in its plot Indonesia becoming a failed state by 2030, to highlight what he said were the economic and social risks facing the country. Muldoko dismissed such risks and said the book written by P.W. Singer and August Cole was fiction and entertainment.